Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter. Sabatini's, the area's greatest selection of rare craft and imported beers. Growlers and crowlers, and 37 rotating drafts at Sabatini's Pizza in Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. I told Lindo today that he's a doppelganger out there. And that is one of the contestants, the guys on Joe Millionaire. And then you showed me a picture of, who is it, a quarterback named Fitzpatrick? Yeah, he looks a lot like you.
What's his name? Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah. He's the player you may have seen at he went to the Bills game. Did you see that? He went to the Bills game, took his shirt off, and was in the stands. He's a good quarterback, too. He's like if there's such thing as the best backup quarterback ever, he's him.
And he looks like Lindo.
Yes, a little bit.
The Joe Millionaire guy's got the man
He's got a man bun, though, and he's clean-shaven, but he has a lot of your mannerisms, so I'm just telling you.
But that's not beer-related. The shirt coming off may have been beer-related.
Am I supposed to take my shirt off now?
Only if you want to be cool like me. That's why I'm shirtless.
We get to Bill from mybeerbuzz.com with us as always. Hi, Bill.
Hey, happy Friday and happy, unhappy, bad out of
Yeah, it's crappy news to wake up to when you find out someone like an icon like Meatloaf passed away, but
it's sad.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, Paradise by the Dashboard Light, I mean, it's like Stairway to Heaven and We Will Rock You, and it's just such a classic. So sad. Too young, right?
Yep, well, 74, but it is too young.
Yeah, way too young. So we started a segment a couple weeks ago, and we're loosely calling it BeerBuzz because we have not come up with a better name for it just yet. But we are getting a lot of questions, and you know, some of them are not radio suitable, but
sure.
Today's
those are the ones we're reading.
Today's questions, yeah, you should see. I'll share.
Please, off the air.
Crazy ones I'm getting. Today's BeerBuzz is, should I age beer? And if I do decide I'm going to age beer, how should I store it? And the first answer to this question is really, should you age beer? Depends on the style of beer. If it is a hoppy beer, an IPA, a double IPA, any IPA, any kind of hop forward, hoppy lager, don't age them. Drink them fresh. Right. Buy them as fresh as you can. A really good double IPA or IPA has a very short shelf life, so you don't want to age it. But something like a Belgian Quad or a Belgian Triple or an Imperial Stout or an Imperial Porter or a Russian Imperial Stout, these beers will age really, really well. And the rule for aging is really, you just keep it as dark as possible, because light is really the enemy of beer. So put it in a cardboard box and keep it as even a temperature as you possibly can. So, you know, we always used to joke, don't put it on the parcel tray of your car. Don't put it any place that gets too hot or too cold. You don't want to freeze it. So dark places. People ask about refrigerators. The refrigerator is actually not a bad place to keep it because it stays at an even temperature. And the refrigerator is dark most of the time. And we do encourage people to do sort of a vertical tasting. This thing we've done on the show where you compare multiple years of the same beer. So you might have a barley wine that is a 2019 compared to a barley wine that is 2020, and that same barley wine that's 2021. So you should age beer, and you should have fun with it. But again, don't age hoppy beers. Hoppy beers drink fresh.
I'll keep a little notebook here. I'll make sure. I'll have a notebook where I just jot down how old a beer is, when I should drink it. And
if you don't have the patience to age beer, we do have a lot of aged beers already on the shelves at Sabatini. So if you're looking to try something with a little bit of time on it, we do have beers going back 5, 6, 8, 10 years.
So hypothetically, I'm like, you know what? I want to try a Budweiser 1965. I come in.
As he said, that would be the wrong style.
All right, fine. I just tried to go with a Keystone Light. No, we'll continue with this, but
go ahead, Bill.
So there are definitely beers you don't want to age, but there are a lot of good ones to age. And yeah, that's a great tip, is to get some at Sabs that are already aged for you. You don't have to do the work. We have some beer news. Our beer news is actually comes from part of our intro to the show. Our pals James Watt and Martin Dickey are in a bit of a sticky wicket in that they are being accused of sending beer to the United States for the last 7 years that uses unapproved ingredients. And the two beers in question are Elvis Juice and Jet Black Heart. and they're very vague about what it is, but they're saying they are using unapproved extracts for the U.S. market, which is kind of interesting. You know, it doesn't sound like it's anything that's a big deal, but it actually could get them in a lot of trouble. And I believe with Elvis juice, the extract is grapefruit. There's some odd, unapproved grapefruit extract.
Are you telling me there's an illegal grapefruit market out there that I didn't know about?
Illegal in the U.S. You know how you know how that can go. But yeah, it's apparently okay in the U.K., but not okay in the U.S.
For the imported
along with that.
For the imported version, the Elvis juice that's going to be on the shelves that you're going to see in Pennsylvania is made in the United States, so that one's going to be okay to buy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Yeah, they do have a Ohio brewery, and a lot of the stuff that we see comes from that Ohio brewery. Stone has put out their 2022 release calendar. This time of year, everybody gets excited to see what each brewery's releasing. Stone's was, I think, fairly tame, but I like their Enjoy By series of beers. And this year, they're actually planning on only doing 3. They're going to do an Enjoy By 420, Enjoy By 7.4, and Enjoy By 1031. And the 420 will be a hazy IPA. The 7.4 will be a tangerine and pineapple IPA. So that sounds pretty interesting. And then the 1031 will also be a hazy IPA. They've also come out with at least 4 or 5 different IPA variety packs that they're going to push out through the course of 2022. So stay tuned for that. They're also doing something that I think every brewery should be doing, and they're doing a fan vote. And the fans vote on the beers that they want to bring back over the course of the year. And the winning vote this year went to Sublimely Self-Righteous. That's a black IPA. But they're also bringing back Japanese Green Tea IPA in February, their famous Ruin 10 Triple IPA in April, their Peak Conditions Double Hazy IPA in June, and what they're calling 25th Plus One Anniversary in August. They're going to do a special version of their yearly anniversary beer. And the final one will be their Russian Imperial Stout, and that will come out in October. And our last little tidbit of news is a quick one. Bell's Brewery in Comstock, Michigan is celebrating 25 years of Two-Hearted Ale, regarded as one of the best beers in the world, one of the best beers in the United States. They're putting out a special anniversary, 25th anniversary edition of their 1.32 gallon mini keg. So watch for that. Very good beer, very good package. That's the Breaking Beer News, and as always, you can go to mybeerbuzz.com and click on the Breaking Beer News tab to see more.
All the news in today's beer certainly is appropriate considering our current weather.
What is it?
It is, and it is a perfect beer, and it comes from a brewery we have featured many, many times. It comes from Frederick, Maryland, from the Flying Dog Brewery, and our beer today is perfect for today. It's called Freezin Season. And Linda, tell us a little bit about the beer.
So the beer, you know, I have a friend comes in the bar. His name's Buck, and he's always looking for a beer that's not over the top. He wants just like, you know, a beer.
Right.
Nothing with blueberries or anything in it. He just wants a beer.
Everyone knows that guy too.
Well, yeah.
In their life.
A lot of them, I'm sure.
A lot of times I'm that guy.
Right.
You know, so he's looking for a beer, and we were trying to figure something out for him, and this Freezin Season is a winter warmer. It's not spiced. It's just, you guys are drinking
delicious.
it. It's just a regular, to me, like a darker winter warmer. So 7.4% alcohol. I mean, it'll get the job done, but it's got the right, to me, it's got the right flavor for maybe if you just got back in from shoveling or whatever, and you just want to sit down on the couch and just stop. Mm-hmm. To me, this is that beer. So I mean, it's not hoppy. It's low IBUs, and it's just a beer, and that's why we like it.
This is one I would definitely drink, and that whole after you shovel thing. Now I would just watch people shovel and drink it. I would be like, hey, as soon as I finish this
hey,
beer,
honey, I'll be in here with the beer.
She gets mad at me when I do things like that.
Shoveling, after shoveling, during
you're saying not after the shovel, but during the shovel.
No, that's too hard to do. So I would just say, you know what? I don't want to spill the beer. Let's just enjoy it. Whatever's left over when you're done, it should only take me 2 hours to finish this delightful beer.
So basically, Lindo, if somebody comes to your place and can't remember the name Freezin Season Winter Ale, they could just say, I want Buck's beer.
You can say Buck's beer. You can say the beer from Flying Dog, the beer from the radio, anything that gets the point across. But yeah.
I really like this one.
Yeah.
I really,
it's
really
a
do.
Yeah,
easy
this
to
is a-
drink one. Very easy to drink.
It's a winter ale, winter warmer, as Linda mentioned, and it uses English ale yeast, and that puts it a little bit closer to the English mild category, which I think are really, really drinkable beers. We know Flying Dog because we had them on the show a bunch of times. They started in 1990 out in Aspen, Colorado, and their founder, George Stranahan, activist, outdoor guy, he climbs K2, and if you go Google K2, second highest mountain in the world, and he said after 800 miles, crossing glaciers, hiking to the summit, the most dangerous thing on the entire trip was that they ran out of alcohol on day 17 of a 35-day trip.
That guy. Everyone knows that guy too. Who says that? Yeah, we need that beer, right?
And there's no bar there.
They don't have a bar.
Right.
But that's where
Business
the
opportunity.
name came from, a painting that they saw in Rawalpindi, Pakistan, of a flying dog, and that's what he named the brewery after. And they're no stranger to controversy. In fact, this beer, and you guys are going to need to look at the label if you can, it features a cartoon figure drawn by Ralph Steadman. Ralph Steadman does all the Hunter Thompson books.
Oh.
And they say that it is a cartoon figure warming its bones around a campfire.
Naked.
Well, the North Carolina ABC Commission decided that was no good, that it was too suggestive, and they blocked the sale of Freezin season in North Carolina. Of course, Flying Dog doesn't sit down to anyone, so Flying Dog fought it and actually won, and it is the first time in history that the North Carolina ABC Commission reviewed something and changed their mind,
Yeah,
and it is now available in North
It's
Carolina.
ridiculous because it really, when we say naked, there's really no graphic of anything.
This
there.
is PG at best.
Ridiculous.
This is-
Yeah, come on. I've seen worse stuff on a.
My
YouTube.
grandma always told me you can fight a dog, but never fight a flying dog.
This
That's something
is
she would tell me.
Really,
No.
really. So, Lindo, obviously you have this at Sabatini's.
Oh, yeah.
Flying Dog Brewery. It's Freezin Season Winter Ale.
Awesome.
Or you can just say we want Buck's beer.
Yep, I'll do it.
Thank you, Buck, for giving us a great beer today. We all like it. It's all a double thumbs up. The Friday Beer Buzz, powered by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter, the area's greatest selection of rare craft and imported beers. Growlers and Growlers, 37 rotating drafts at Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. We'll talk to you next week, Bill, from mybeerbuzz.com.
I might have hung up on him by accident.
Oh, Bill,
But also,
get your news
yes.
there and stop at Sabatini's. Bye, Lindo.